Hello guys, this is What About Nintendo, and today I am here for another graphics comparison analysis. In this analysis, I am going to be going over the recently announced Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee versus Sun and Moon. A lot of people have been saying some crazy things. I've been hearing a lot of complaints about this game, and I've been hearing a lot of "How dare Pokemon not use Unreal Engine 4?" and some "Why did Nintendo put this 3DS garbage on my Switch?" And this looks exactly like Pokemon Sun and Moon, but in 1080p. That's what I've been hearing, a lot of that, and well, I just don't agree. I really don't. So today, I'm here to let you guys know the facts. We're gonna dive in and see for yourselves whether or not this is a Sun and Moon in 1080p or something more. So let's get right on into it. First off, the character models. The Pokemon models in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee see a noticeable improvement from Sun and Moon. As you can see here, the lighting and shading add an extra layer of depth that was missing in Sun and Moon. Extra polygons also may have been added. For example, Pikachu's nose sticks out from his face while it seems to be flat in Sun and Moon. Ambient occlusion may also be playing a role in helping the shading look so good. Bloom lighting is also added, which I think gives a shinier texture to the model, making it look less flat and cartoony. Player models also see a large improvement. We see all the same lighting and shading improvements, as well the clothes have been giving more of an actual texture to them, rather than just being mostly a few flat colors put together. These lighting upgrades and texture upgrades can be seen throughout the entirety of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee for both the Pokemon models and the character models, so it's a nice improvement over Sun and Moon, making it look more realistic, have more depth, and just overall have more of less just a cartoony, plain, very flat texture and look to them. It's a nice upgrade in my opinion. Battle backgrounds. The battle backgrounds have arguably seen some of the biggest improvements in the whole game. In Sun and Moon, the backgrounds were really primitive. Most of it was extremely low resolution pictures. We're talking possibly 140p here, with maybe a couple of 3D models here and there. It looks like trash, even when put into 1080p. In Let's Go, they have completely overhauled this aspect with complete 3D models and great lighting and shadows, as well as blur effect over the farthest background details in order to make the foreground details really pop. It's a very big upgrade that I was looking forward to when Pokemon came to home consoles, and in my opinion, they truly delivered. Overworld. Here's where we get into the meat of the comparison. The Overworld has gotten a big improvement. Same as everything else, lighting and shadow quality is increased dramatically. Just look at the shadows cast from this Pokemon Center, the nearby light poles, or even the trainers themselves, compared to the extremely basic shadows in Sun and Moon. Also in this scene, we can see that the Let's Go Pokemon Centers have a completely different design, harkening back to Fire Red and Leaf's Green portrayal, only with far more detail. Another scene shows off a forest with detailed foliage and light filtering through the trees. Unfortunately, I couldn't capture 1080p footage of Sun and Moon in a forest area since I wasn't farther enough in the game itself, so here are some 240p pics of it. While light does filter through the trees in Sun and Moon, it's only in a few spots, lacks the bloom and intensity of Let's Go, and never interacts with the player, as it's in places you cannot get to. To get some more comparisons, I captured footage of this cave, which has similar features and lighting to Let's Go, but ultimately doesn't compare in bloom lighting and intensity. In this scene, we get a good look at the water in the game. Unlike Sun and Moon, the water is shaded very well, with some of the deeper parts being darker and more shallow parts being lighter, whereas Sun and Moon is all one shade. Also, the salt spray in Let's Go looks less patterned, but oddly enough, the waves crashing against the shore look more patterned than Sun and Moon, but both look much sharper and cleaner. Something we can see in this scene that wasn't in Sun and Moon at all is dynamic cloud shadows. While they're dressing up Pokemon here, if you look in the background there are cloud shadows, and as the time changes and they show different outfits, the cloud shadow placement changes drastically. This is an effect I love to see in games like we saw in Breath of the Wild. Finally, in these scenes we can see a major upgrade to foliage. The first scene showcases some bushes with flowers growing on them. Similar bushes can be seen in Sun and Moon, but instead of having individually modeled leaves and flowers, Sun and Moon uses the multiple flat images put together to try and simulate depth. Going back to the forest picture, we can see a similar upgrade to the tall grass. In Let's Go, it is fully modeled grass, which actually kind of reminds me of the grass in Wind Waker HD, oddly enough. But either way, it is a major upgrade from the grass in Sun and Moon, which is just two flat images crossed together to form a tuft of grass. And for the final foliage upgrade example, in this scene you can see a meadow of yellow flowers. In Sun and Moon you can see that these flowers are similar to the other foliage in the game, being low detail and resolution images put together. However, in Let's Go we can see similar yellow flowers that are highly detailed and fully 3D modeled. Go versus Let's Go. For the final part of the analysis, I'll be talking about Pokemon Go versus Pokemon Let's Go. I've been hearing some people say that the battle backgrounds in Pokemon models look like they were ripped straight from Pokemon Go, but however this is not the case at all, and there are significant improvements compared to Go. While the grass texture does look slightly similar to that of the Pokemon Go capturing backgrounds, it is more detailed in Let's Go, and the actual background itself is completely different. In fact, you can make the same comparisons we did for Sun and Moon versus Let's Go for Go versus Let's Go. Flat images in the backgrounds are replaced by full 3D models, and lighting and shadow quality is drastically improved in Let's Go versus Go. As for the character models, Go sports more of a cartoony, almost hand-drawn feel, while Let's Go looks more natural and realistic while having better lighting and shading to boot. So in conclusion, will Pokemon Let's Go harness the full power of the Nintendo Switch? No. But is it a very large and appreciable difference over the 3DS counterparts of Sun and Moon? Yes, at least that is my opinion. Personally, while I am definitely hoping for an Unreal Engine 4 open world Pokemon game for Generation 8, I am happy with the graphics we got in this remake. For me personally, it is a big upgrade from Sun and Moon. It fixes a lot of the graphical issues I had with that game. For example, them using just 2D sprites as background, super low resolution, completely ghastly ugly ones to boot, and they completely fixed that. Full 3D models, the lighting and shading is way better. All the things I went over here are come together for a very large improvement in my opinion. But as I said, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you thought of the differences you saw in this video down in the comments below. Was it an appreciable difference, or are you really wishing for more in this remake? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways guys, that's all for this video. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos Monday through Saturday. Live stream, gaming live streams Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and a series that is fairly unique, I think, to my channel, Coffee Talk, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I chat with you guys about the latest Nintendo news for about 30 to 45 minutes, all while drinking some delicious coffee. So make sure to check out my channel, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy that kind of content. Anyways guys, I'll see all you awesome people later on What About Nintendo. Bye!